For your soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. Good morning, Animo. And we'll just give people a few minutes to come in here. Today I have the energy of Master Jesus with me, and we're going to be discussing 3 simple steps to begin healing your past. You know, as this ascension movement and the energies that go with it are increasing on the planet, a lot of people are experiencing fatigue and headaches and laziness. And again, this is important to understand that your body is experiencing these ascension energies at the level that it functions at as an animal. Remember, your body's an animal. It's not who you are. It's an animal that you use as a medium for you to express in this physical dimension. It's very simple to understand this if you realize that's what it is. Your life will become so much simpler when you realize your body is just an animal body. We're just going to give a minute for people who arrive here. Yeah. So these ascension energies, you really have to work hard to elevate your body out of its instinctual programming. Now, it becomes very important to elevate your body out of instinctual programming. Your body is an animal. You inhabit it. You can direct it. You can use it, but it is not you. And they're all telling me the same thing right now. You need to elevate the body through proper food, proper hydration. Get away from caffeine. Get away from nicotine, get away from alcohol, get away from those things that keep your body in a low vibrational state. That is the first and foremost important element to realize, that your body is an animal. Your body functions on memory exclusively. You do not. Your body functions exclusively on memory, and it relies on memory to predict its future. That's what your body does. It anticipates based on the past. You, on the other hand, are a sentient awareness that is capable of functioning independently as an authority over your body. Now, one of the things that was spoken of is how to easily heal past emotions. The quickest and simplest way to do so is to keep your awareness, your attention in the present moment, in this moment, because your body remembers things in order to survive, so that it does not encounter anything that was painful previously. Understand this, that your body uses memory in order for it to survive, whereas you, as a soul, as an awareness, do not require memory in the same fashion to survive. You require memory in order to deal with this dimension of the physical world, yes, but you do not require the emotional components that your body uses in order to survive. Your body is a survival-based organism. You are not. The body is finite and temporary. You are eternal relative to the body. So the first step is learning to keep your attention and awareness in the present moment. And there is a lot of difficulty in doing this because you are being continually bombarded from your environment, through your leaders, through many social systems, that you should be concerned and afraid of everything. And so your fear keeps you on guard. It keeps you stuck in your body, subjective to survival. Your body remains subjective to survival, and you get lost in that subjectivity. If you learn to turn your senses off and you learn to be in the present moment, you will begin to surrender the attachment that you have to the old emotions of the body, the memory systems of the body, the emotional memory systems. When you're able to differentiate yourself from your emotions, you're no longer subjective the same way to the body, as all emotions are stored in the body based upon your past experiences. As you come to the understanding that you are not the body, but that the body is an instrument, a temple, a vehicle for you to utilize in the process of creation, gaining experience directly through its 5 physical senses, while simultaneously bringing into the body, embodying new information and ideas and expressions that allow you to transcend the existing conditions of the natural order of the world. So the first step is to begin to keep your awareness in the present moment, to keep your attention here and now, to not let your memory force you to be in the future, to stay in the present where there is only this moment. And it is in this moment where you are undistracted by a remembered past and undistracted by a possible future based on that past. You move into the realm of creation, deliberate and intentional creation from this present moment. Recognizing that your body is not who you are, recognizing that your emotions are the body's reactionary responses electrically to environmental conditions, or emotions can be brought into the body from you, the higher frequency emotions of love, creativity, playfulness, compassion, kindness, patience. You can bring those energies into the body. All the body can gain from this physical world are vibrations of survival. As from a purely physical standpoint, the body is an instrument that bases itself on survival. You, as an awareness, base your existence upon the process of creation, where you are able to create new ideas, to bring down into form new expressions that were not available to the body from this existing environment. All innovation and creation in this physical dimension that you see with your eyes and hear with your ears were brought down into matter. They did not originate from matter, they were brought down into matter. And so, as awareness, able to be independent of the body's instinctual mechanisms, as awareness, recognizing that the emotions of the body are based upon its belief of survival in this physical dimension, then you, as awareness, when consolidated into that position of awareness, not subjective to the survival impetuses of your physical body, no longer subjective to its memories, no longer subjective to the fears of the future that are based on the memories that the body holds within it. Once you have learned to awaken to this realization that your body simply uses memory as a means of survival, that it uses memory as a means of anticipation, and that you do not have to follow those functions in order to exist in this physical dimension, you have the first 2 key components of liberating yourself from your past, liberating your body from subjectivity to the fears that it has based on that past. Now, your body is constantly being stimulated at this time through many different mechanisms to be vigilant, to be afraid, to be watchful. There's a great effort to keep many of you bound in flesh, unaware of your great creative potential. There is a great movement to keep many of you bound in the survival of the body, and therefore you cannot find a way out of your emotions because you are constantly being pulled into the survival energy of fear and uncertainty. Watch your shows, listen to many of your leaders. Their whole language is to keep you in the body, away from your creative power and potential as a divine entity. If one speaks to you and inspires you and uplifts you, it is one thing. When one speaks to you and instills fear and uncertainty in you, that is another. One brings you closer to what you are. The other brings you further into matter and subjectivity to the conditions of matter. And who would benefit from your not knowing who you are? Who would benefit from you not being able to access your creative energy? Who would benefit from you not being able to create and design your life according to your will? Who would benefit from such a thing? And while these things at this point can be explored later, these two simple things of recognizing that your body is an animal. It is not who you are. It is an instrument that you utilize while in the experience of time, space, and matter. When you recognize that that is the case, and you realize that the body survives based on memory of things, it anticipates based on memory, then you'll understand that anxiety and depression are simply the body's mechanisms for dealing with experiences of the past and considering possibilities of a future that might occur in a similar fashion as the past. That is just an instinctual function of your body. It is not a natural function of who you are as a spiritual entity, as an awareness, as a soul capable of bringing into this world new and wondrous ideas and creations to ennoble and dignify life in the most profound ways. When you come to this understanding that being in the present moment liberates you from the survival mechanisms of the body, that being in the present moment, not allowing your awareness to be distracted by memory, to not allow your awareness to be distracted by the survival emotions that those memories might bring forward, to not allow your awareness to be distracted by a fearful future based on those past emotions, but to remain in this present moment, aware that you are aware that there are past memories that you are aware that are within you, but they are not you. Your past memories are not you. The very fact that you can observe your memories, the very fact that you can observe your emotions indicates clearly that you are not them. You are simply an awareness observing. And this is the third point, this place of observational awareness, where you recognize I can be aware there are memories. I can be aware of the concerns of the future based on those memories. This place of awareness now liberates you, becomes the third and simplest step in moving away from survival into the process of deliberately producing and creating your life based on the fundamental nature of who and what you are as a divine entity. The body is not who you are. It is the instrument that you inhabit while in the expression of creation in this experience of matter, time, and space, to gain an understanding, if you like, how to create and how not to create. While many of you find yourself subjective to the body, if you hear these words carefully, then you will know the body is not who you are. It is the instrument that you use as a means of expressing your creation. in time and space. To liberate yourself from subjectivity to the body is to also liberate your body from the stresses of constantly dwelling on the past or anticipating the future. When you bring yourself into the present moment, you relieve your body and you relieve your awareness of subjectivity to the past. You relieve your body and you relieve your awareness of subjectivity to a fearful future based on that past. And in being in the present moment, you can liberate yourself from the fearful suggestions of the environment around you, those who purport to be here to take care of you and guide you. Rather, they keep you in fear and uncertainty. Pay no heed to them and be in the present moment. Come closer to who you are. And as you begin to move away from the contrivances of fear and anxiety into the present moment, you can then begin to shift your attention to who am I and what am I here to create? The higher emotional vibrations of love and playfulness and curiosity and excitement and compassion and patience. These higher energies, love, joy, these higher vibrational energies will compel you to create and act in very different ways than the vibrational energies of the emotions of memory stored in your body, which often result in the polarity of anxiety and depression as being the dominant state that so many people find themselves struggling with right now. And yet these higher emotions do not have such polarity to them. They have polarity in the sense that you may be feeling love and be seduced back into fear. But remember, if you are going into the lower vibrational energies of fear, you are going back into the instinctual mechanisms of your body, which is based in its need to survive. You are here to take care of that body, and hopefully you are taking care of it properly. For if you are not taking care of your body properly, it will not surrender its fear so easily. It will suffer greatly under ignorance as equally as it will suffer under fear and depression. If you are not treating this beautiful instrument that you have with the love and respect that your best friend would deserve, for what is your best friend except that which you walk through this life with? Is that not your best friend, that body that you are in right now? And do you treat it with the love and regard that you would treat a best friend? For if you do, it shall be very loyal to you, and none shall disturb or distract you. Like a faithful pet, your body will pay heed only to your thoughts, your inspiration, your direction. And you, in this process, will come to an understanding, come to an awakening, where there are higher levels of information, wisdom, knowledge, and guidance available to you outside of subjectivity to fear, outside of subjectivity to depression, outside of subjectivity to mistrust and anger and frustration. But it is up to you exclusively to make this choice, to hear these words, that your body is an instrument that you use. It is not who you are. It is a mere animal that is your faithful steed, if you like to use the word steed, like a horse that you ride through this world. Is that not what your body is? To liberate it from the past, as has already been said, to bring yourself into the present moment. And in that place, you are free from what was and what will be, and free to divine and design creation, and not simply be subjective to this world any longer. Your freedom depends on your awareness differentiating itself from subjectivity to thought, memory, and matter, as in your body. To be able to make that distinction between thought memory, your body, and your awareness. That place of recognizing that you are awareness, aware of thought, aware of memory, aware of emotion, aware of body. You are not them. They are component elements that you can utilize in the act of your creation, but they are not you. They're elements of creation that you utilize while in this physical dimension. My goal is very simple here today: to enable you to remember the truth of who you are and to surrender your subjectivity to the body, to surrender your subjectivity to memory, to surrender your subjectivity to fear and doubt and shame and uncertainty, to surrender yourself to all these old emotions that are simply there to help your body to survive. But you are not the body, and you can guide it far more effectively than it can guide itself. And do you do so? Do you honor the body with good food? Do you honor the body with play? Do you honor the body in its fullness? Do you keep it well? Do you keep it well? Because if you do not keep it well, it shall be in stress. It will be in survival. A question from Luz de Luna. My brother would like to know why he has been feeling unmotivated. As it was said earlier, please understand that there is a great effort to keep many of you subjective to your bodies, to keep you much as animals, to keep you in the vibrational energies of fear and uncertainty, of which helplessness is an element. Helplessness, feeling that one cannot do something. If you find yourself troubled with this experience of unmotivation, do not look to the world for the solution, but look in your own heart. Turn your attention away from your mind to what your mind is telling you you are or are not, because much of that is what the world has told you to believe. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not the body. You are awareness here to learn the function of creation in relation to thought, matter, and energy. And the energy I speak of is emotion. To learn to stimulate energy, to bring it to life, to give life to your ideas. That is what you can do. Your body cannot do these things of its own. You must use this process of will to pick your body up, to compel it to action until it learns to take that action quite seriously. Much the same way as training an animal, many of you do not realize that your body must be trained likewise. Did not your parents teach you how to eat and when to sleep? Was your body not taught this also? You must teach your body. This place of unmotivation that you are in is because you need to bring something new into your expression and direct your body to perform the actions necessary for that creative expression. And each and every one of you came here with a creative expression that is unique and distinct. That you will not find this creative expression in the world. You may find inspiration for it, but the actual expression of that creative uniqueness that is yours comes from within you. If you understand that the motivation is who you are, the unmotivated is your body seeking to remain in control. And again, there are many agencies upon this planet seeking to keep many of you subjective to your body, which is inherently lazy and simplistic in its needs and function. It simply needs a place to eat, a place to sleep, and a place to procreate. That is the primary functions of your biology. But that is not your primary function. Your primary function is creation, playfulness, love, excitement, joy. The act of creation as an effect over time, space, and matter is the greatest delight. So you are not unmotivated in who you are, but your body is unmotivated in following your instructions. And like an errant child, you must teach it. You must say, no, we will do this. And you must teach your body to do the new thing you wish to do, to be the new way you wish it to be. Your body cannot learn without your guidance and direction. And many of you remain subjective to the guidance and direction of the world around you, most of which is insufficient for liberating you from it. But you can lift that body up. You can direct it. Do not become subjective to your body, as so many in this world have. Surrender your subjectivity to the body. Lift it up and act. You are the master in the flesh, here to utilize it, not to be subjective to it. Wow. Thank you so much. Great question, Luna. Wow. Question from M-Tops. Are anchors, archons, an alien AI race that seek to intrude on the human mind? There's a lot of confusion around who you are that distract you. These ones that you call archons are not much different than the one that you call your political leaders, who seek to manipulate, control, and keep you in suffering. But please understand that the moment you assume authority over your own thoughts, over your own energy, and over your own physical form, you cannot be subjugated ever again. If you understand this, there are those on other dimensions that, yes, they can exert an influence upon you, these ones you call archons, but you must be amenable to that. You must be in a position of consciousness where you are subjective to that. In the present moment, where you are aware in this moment, there will be no thought or idea or emotion that can get past you. From that perspective of awareness, you stand like a guard at the gate of your temple, this divine instrument, and you say, I will allow this thought in, I will not allow this thought in. You may be very astute in what you can perceive in the perspective of awareness in the present moment. If you are captured by your past or ensnared by the future that has not yet occurred that your past proposes might occur, then you may remain subjective to that also. But in the present moment, you can say, oh, that thought brings me to my past. That thought is about my fear. Those are not thoughts that are in alignment with who I am. And so there is none that can usurp your authority from the perspective of your awareness being in the present moment. In the present moment, you are free to select and choose what you will allow into your temple and what you will allow out of your temple. None can usurp you from that place. But if you wander from it, if you wander into the past, if you wander into the fear of the future, then you will be lost to that until you bring yourself back home to this present moment. Home is the present moment. The kingdom of God is in this present moment where there is great peace. In the present moment, when your mind is silent and you are in the presence of silence, you will know the peace of which I speak. It cannot be found in this world because you live in it as you are. Step away from memory. Step away from the future. Be in the present now. The act of creation is what you can enable from the present moment. It is unique and it is distinct to each of you. For each of you came here with your own unique offering. Seek that out and not seek it from the world. So many of you are trying to find in the world what is already in your own heart. It is already within you, this purpose, this love, this joy. Wow. Thank you. Question from Vio. Every time I start something, I'm motivated, but along the way, something happens and I don't get to finish. Again, there are so many of you that are bound by the habits of the flesh, most of which you didn't even choose to adopt. They were given to you by your environment, through your teachers, through your educators, through your books, through other forms. You were given ideas and behaviors to stay within a certain safe zone for those that are in control of you. Understand this, that if you liberate yourself and understand the nature of habit, the nature of the way you have been taught to believe you should be, and you recognize that many of these places where you find yourself losing desire to fulfill and create is not because there's something wrong with you. It is because your mind and your body have been conditioned by the environment so that you have those limitations and you believe they are yours. They were given to you. Many of your limitations are not even yours. You are not a limited being. You are divine. You are divine. You are not a limited being. But you've been given many ideas, many trainings that say you are limited, many rules and laws and ideas that say this is who you are, this is how you can be, this is how you cannot be, and you believe that. And so you suffer accordingly because you are not a limited being. You are divine. You are liberated in your capacity to create independent of the thoughts, suggestions, and ideas of others, to formulate your own unique expression of self without harming others or yourself in that process. For that of the divine does no harm. That of men is questionable, but that of the divine does no harm. This is how you shall know if your expression is divine or not. It does no harm, and it liberates, it assists others as well. So please understand that many of you have been trained to believe that your body is the source of your identity. No, your body is the vehicle to express your being through. The identity that you believe that you are, whatever name that this world has given you to believe that you are, is simply an identity given to you by the world that you may transcend, that you may question many of the thoughts and emotions that you currently have are not even yours, and you may liberate yourself from them at will. Oh, thank you. Question from Animo. While grounding the other night, I went to the place between my thoughts and availed myself the highest frequency. I saw a flash of light, woke up face down in the grass. Any guidance? Wow. Again, it's not you that woke up face down. It was your body that woke up face down. I'm being told to tell you, go back to the moment when you called forth that light. Allow your awareness to remember. It would be wise for you to be in a reposed position, that is a seated position. Go back and remember the moment the connection happened in your awareness, because your body cannot respond to these higher frequencies in the fashion that you can. Your body can sometimes be overwhelmed by these higher frequencies of energy. Be patient with yourself, but go through that place where you access that moment of connection to these higher source beings. These are higher source beings. There are vibrational entities that are higher in frequency than us, and there are vibrational entities that are lower in frequency to us. Important to understand. Yes or no? Thank you. Thank you, Adam. I'll scroll up a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Adam's saying, please, question, please describe a specific technique with its methodology for me to learn how to access the mental plane if I cannot do creative visualization. Please explain why this works best for me and why. Again, many of you want to leapfrog the first and foremost step that you must engage for what you have just requested is to first teach your body to be subjective to you, to teach your body to surrender itself to you through your breath, to get an awareness of how you can direct and guide the body into a state of open receptivity to you. You need to teach your body that you are its master. Many of you have a body that believes that the world is its master, that money is its master, that food is its master, that the mother is the master, that the doctor is the master, that the politician is the master. Many of you have forgotten that you are the master of that body. And so sit in repose, direct your body to be still, to become open and receptive to you. Direct it to do this until it surrenders to you, and let no other authority be greater than you over that body, unless that authority has greater knowledge and can demonstrate that and prove that to you, that you experience it. One should give you information that you can experience to know the truth, for your experience is a greater truth than any information you shall receive from any source. Your experience. And if a source gives you information, then you apply that information and you gain an experience. You can know the truth of these things for yourself. So get your body into that place of repose, and then get your mind into that place of silence. Direct your mind to be still. Direct your mind to be still. Direct your mind to be still. At that place where your mind surrenders itself to you, now you move into the present moment. Now you have awareness of being aware, independent of thought, independent of the flesh, but both are your loyal servants now from this place. And all of you have a servant called a mind and a body, but many of you have servants that are taken over the house. Please understand, in this simple process of teaching your body to listen only to you, to teach your mind to be still, to be quiet, what you shall discover then shall be the answer to your question, the answer to your concern. In that place, there is much different information available to you than what you will receive from this world. For what is heaven's belongs in heaven, but you may bring something of it to this earth, as all of you have aspired to do. Thank you, Adam. Question from Elena. Who is this very strong presence on my right side helping to calm me? They're undeniable. I have to stop working and lay down for meditation. Yeah, you've got the Pleiadians with you on one side and the Arcturians are on the other side. There's a male and a female. Yes, they're literally got their hands over you. It's not just on one side. You're experiencing the energy coming in from one side, but it's actually coming in from two different entities. Yeah, one's Arcturian and one is Pleiadian. The Pleiadian is on the dominant side, the left side, and the Arcturian's on the right. Try to stay aware of the energy. They're telling me to tell you, stay aware of the energy, but don't let the body fall asleep. Let the body relax, but stay present with the flow of the energy so that you can start integrating and decoding the information that you're trying to receive. Right? You've called this information forth, but stay in the awareness of the energy coming into the system. That will help it to integrate. Wow, really cool. Thank you, Elena. Got time for two more questions. Question from Lauren. Is trauma stored in the body on a cellular level? Does trauma differ from emotion? As I suffer trauma, I do not remember, but had hypnosis to recover. How do I remove it? He's saying that what you're speaking of is the process of forgiveness, the vibrational qualities to the emotion that you are holding onto. The emotion, release it from you. The simple act of breath, of recognizing wherein this resides in your house. For these emotions, this trauma that you speak of, that you have recovered, lives in your body in what you call the cellular memory as an energy. You can simply use your breath to draw that energy out from the cells and to release it from the body, to release it from the flesh. much the same way as you can draw a breath of fresh air in and revivify the body, so too as awareness you can draw energy out from the body that does not serve it and release it. This will not liberate the memory from the body. It will liberate the unnecessary emotion, for the memory has value for you. The memory will have a value for you in your teaching when the time for your teaching arrives. Wow. Great question. Thank you. Question from Jana. How to trust present moment without anticipating polarity and the luck of it? He's laughing. He's saying, there is no luck involved in what I say if you understand what I have said. To restore yourself to the present moment is not a matter of luck. It is a matter of choice. You are an awareness able to observe thought, observe memory, observe anticipation. In your position of observance, you are free of them. Please understand, in the position where you are observing thought, where you are observing memory, where you are observing emotion, you are free of them. You are simply observing them. Pull your attention away from them in this place of observation. Pull your attention back into yourself, and you will be free of that which you think you are not free. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. One more question from Gina. How do we gain confidence in something? For me, it is writing, specifically writing reports. Thank you. Yes. Be of good spirit when you do these things. You may find something as simple as smiling while you do these things will give you the change into the expression that you seek. For when you direct your body to smile, you are asserting your divinity, your authority over it. So when you go to write these reports, write them with a smile on your face. It will be much easier and far more exciting, just with a smile on your face. And you will notice that as you start to write, the smile will try to go away. Bring it back. Stay the energy. Keep the energy in the flesh that you wish to serve. Bring that energy in the flesh that you wish to serve. Wow, thank you so much. So Friday, just a quick update. So Friday, May the 20th, 2022, training your animal body. And in brackets, they told me to put restoring harmony. It's going to be the 7 Elohim. And that's going to be this Friday, May the 20th, training your animal body. And they put in brackets, restoring harmony, the 7 Elohim. And then this Saturday, May the 21st, there's a being coming in I've never encountered before. It's really a very unusual being because they're very partially feminine, partially masculine, called Awaken Your Soul. And it's going to be with this being called Julian, spelled Julian, but they said it's pronounced Julian. So this will be this Saturday's meditation. I hope you'll join me on that on Supernatural Saturday at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming out today, being a participant in this. I want to thank Master Jesus, and I want to thank the others that came present. Thank you to the Palladian Council and the Arcturian Council for coming in to express that. And thank you for your questions. If you've got any questions or concerns about any of the content you've heard, please leave your questions and concerns down in the comment section. I do read all the comments, and I will respond. I want to say much love to all. If you want to support the channel, you can do so through my Patreon account, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. Also, if you want to know more about how to learn to get involved in becoming a medium or getting your divinely guided messages, go to my website, look at some of our courses and classes, WilliamMichaelForbes.com, and our new season will be beginning in a few weeks from now. So you might want to get on top of that and register sooner rather than later. And remember, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And I want to say much love to all of you, and I'll look forward to seeing you on Friday. Shortcuts for your soul on Friday. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.